So with the first round of the Masters 8 tournament confirmed, I want to give you my thoughts on all of the matchups and who I think will be moving on to the final four. It kind of feels like they just randomized these matchups just to not be predictable, but I still think all these battles will be good because everyone here is at a championship level. With that being said, let's begin. So starting off with the first reveal and the one I thought was most questionable, Leon versus Alain. I already gave my thoughts on that in its own video, but I think it was an odd choice to say the least. There isn't going to be any suspense in that battle. Leon has been hyped up as the strongest unbeatable champion, so there's no way he's losing in the first round. I'm just hoping that we get to see a good battle with Alain taking down Leon's Gigantamax Rillaboom with his Mega Charizard X. Even if Alain isn't going to win, I hope we get to see him showcase his personal growth as a trainer and as a Pokemon League winner. The next matchup is Lance versus Diantha. This should be a pretty good battle. I know Lance is probably considered stronger than Diantha by the whole community when you rank the champions, but Diantha has a lot of coverage for a team of dragons, with Mega Gardevoir being at the top of that list. So because of that, I have her winning in a close battle, although I can see Lance overcoming that since obviously he's skilled enough to do so, and if he has a few more new Pokemon in addition to his Hydreigon, it could make things more interesting. Next, let's talk about Ash versus Steven Stone. Ash, like Leon, has plot armor for the first round, so there's no way he's going to lose, but it'll be interesting to see how Ash battles Leon and counters his Mega Metagross. When it comes to Ash's Pokemon, we know that he's going to be using Pikachu as well as Gengar, which makes sense considering Gengar just had a practice battle against Paul's Metagross, and since he's battling Steven, who specializes in Rock and Steel types, I think his final Pokemon could be Dracovish to counter the Rock types, or Surfetch to counter both the Rock and Steel types, which makes the most sense. I'm not picking Lucario here solely because I think he's going to need it more in the next 2 rounds, and I don't see him using it 3 times in a row. When it comes to what battle gimmick I think he'll use, I see him using a Z move in this opening battle, which I think would be perfect because it would represent the region he's the champion of. The reason I'm not going with Gigantamax Gengar is because I don't see it overcoming Mega Metagross, and because we saw him use Gigantamax Gengar against Marty and Raihan in his last 2 official battles, so I don't think he would use it 3 official battles in a row. Moving on though, now let's talk about the final matchup, Iris versus Cynthia. This is the only matchup that I anticipated happening, and I think it's going to be the best match of the first round from a storytelling aspect because of the history with Iris and Cynthia. Iris met Cynthia back in Black and White when she was still learning to be a Dragon Master and was struggling to get stronger with Axew, which led to Iris challenging Cynthia to a battle so that she could learn from her, and in that battle Iris stood no chance and Axew was completely overwhelmed by Garchomp even after learning Giga Impact. But after the battle, Cynthia acknowledged that Axew was raised well and told Iris that she can become a Dragon Master. And now that we're getting this rematch, Iris can show Cynthia how far she's come as a trainer while battling her as an equal since they're both champions. When it comes to who I think will win, it sounds like it would be a great story of overcoming the odds and surpassing your master if Iris was to win, but I still have Cynthia winning this battle, especially now that we know she's going to be using Mega Garchomp. I had Cynthia winning this matchup with base Garchomp, so Mega Garchomp just puts her in another stratosphere completely. I do think we're going to see Iris and Haxorus put up a great fight, but expecting Iris to overcome Cynthia is a tall task, especially since we don't know what gimmick Iris will be using, if any. I want to see her with a Gigantamax Lapras, but we don't know if she has one yet, so I can't be too sure. Regardless as to how the battle turns out, I still think this will be the best matchup of the first round because of what it will mean for Iris. I know seeing Iris lose is going to suck, but this will still be a great moment for her, no matter how the battle ends. With that being said, those are my predictions for the first round. Most of them are fairly obvious aside from Diantha versus Lance, which I think could go either way. With that said, let me know what your predictions are in the comment section below, and do you see any upsets happening in the first round? Be sure to subscribe for more Pokemon Journeys discussions and content. Thanks for watching, and bye.